Okay, so I get a question. Us as Hebrews, do we want to be successful or do we want to be comfortable? Because it's no comfortability in success, but nobody want to be uncomfortable.
I mean, you have to define success. Again, for my Saba, somebody who left the ghettos of Chicago, and he's basing in the sun in Israel, he's successful. You know, I'm saying for his generation, he's successful. His children speak Hebrew. They live in free. Nobody is shooting at them. Nobody is robbing them. Nobody. That was success for that day and time in the '60s in Chicago, the riots and everything. To get out of that and to actually make it to Israel, to be able to write Ramles 7 and all of those books, and you know, now that is true. But I'm just saying that's a level of success. And that's why our generation don't really understand and connect with their generation, because success to us and success to them is different because the times have changed.
Like he was just saying, we ain't got nothing, but I guarantee you, everybody is comfortable. You know they say if you sit in a pile of shit for a while, it stops thinking. So we don't even realize that we just like we comfortable, but we ain't nothing.
So I don't like the conversation that we don't have nothing, because it's a blank statement, but it's not true.
Hold on, but we don't own a home.
What do you own?
That's
Okay. You're right. But what do we own?
A blank statement is, and this is not true, is when you look at the people out here that have the Mercedes, the Lamborghinis, and all that stuff, they probably have all of that material. I'm saying, but they probably have all of that material gain. They got money, they got bank accounts, they got all that stuff. They don't have life. They're not living. They don't know what food is. They don't know what real water is. They don't know how to drink water in the morning.
Don't have family. Yeah,
I'm saying, so when you say we don't have nothing, you have to define exactly what nothing means.
And that's what I broke that down. We don't even own a home. I gave that example.
Let me tell you something. In this economy today, and this is just pushback from me directly, I don't want to own a home. Do you know what a mortgage is?
No, but I don't want to own it in that way. I'm buying my home and I ain't owning nobody nothing. I'm buying a property. I'm buying a state.
Yes, but listen, because I understand what you're saying.
We can go.
I absolutely understand what you're saying, and I get where you're coming from. However, when I say nothing, let's break that down just a little bit, okay? When I say we don't own nothing, I mean in the sense that when I get down to setting up my children, like what inheritance do they have? And I ain't talking about no piece of land. I'm saying, even if we can say what we want to say. Bro, all that is fine and well. But if you ain't got no money, and in the world we live in today, our goals and is to push for it. And I ain't talking about no big old house with the big car and I'm talking about just the necessity to say that when I lay my head down or my child step out there, I can give him something to start. The tools, today we don't have no tools. We not passing nothing. When I say we, the majority of our generation is passing nothing that we learned down. How many of our children know prayers? How many of our children actually say they pray in the morning, even know the blessing for the food? How many of them know the Kumbaya? That's nothing. That's the basis. We don't teach it because we in our head as youth and as young adults, we believe. And I'm saying we, let me get this clear. When I say we, I don't mean everybody. This is not a blanket statement. I'm talking about in general at the majority of our young. Yes. It's a testament. You see it. We do not, I don't think that a lot of us value understood and valued and still today value what we were given. So we were given tools to be successful. We were given the tools and everything to be successful and to get where we need to go. We are not using it. Our children don't know. We don't. How many people actually are vegans? And I don't want to go into that. That's something you can go into.
I appreciate you saying I mean, that because that
how
was
many?
The answer
how many of them doing that? How many of us actually can say that, hey, my child know the difference between such and such and such and such? We don't, because we took it all and made it all. It's all materialistic. Now I ain't got no this. I ain't got no that. I ain't got no this, and I'm not about to be struggling no more. Now, me personally, I personally didn't like the fact of being cooped up with 4 brothers in one bed or it was 2 on this end and 2 on this end at a point because that's all we had. Or a mat on the floor, you got 2 on this one, 2 up here, and 2 on the top bunk. I didn't. So I'm a little claustrophobic when it comes to spaces, and I like a bigger space. So I'm gonna do that, do it. But the morals and the guidelines and the things and prayers and certain things that was given to us, I still keep. Now, I'm gonna bring this home. So to give some type of advice, I'm gonna use you, if I may. We sitting right now, so y'all understand, we're in Soul Veg, Atlanta.
Right.
1. Soul Veg 1?
Soul Veg number 1.
Number 1 in Atlanta, the original Soul Veg in Atlanta. And the space you see in, which is beautiful, it is a part, we sitting now in a spa area. Now, I took a tour yesterday, and how I think as an entrepreneur, this is the advice I will give you. You have a Soul Veg. We have Bitula, Planet Zuri. Like, we should be calling her over here to pick this up.
Absolutely.
As we got to go a little beyond just nationalistic.
Absolutely.
We talking about how, as we have to become a hub, a community that's based inside itself. Our finance, everything is supposed to flow inside. That's how you become rich. That's how it becomes, I'm talking rich financially and rich community, because we can control what's happening. We don't control everything at this point. So if you bring Bitula to run the spa, she's a brilliant mind. You have an ice cream parlor. Where's Boaz? Why we get on the phone, Boaz? Listen, I'm here. It is all set up. All you have to do is come. Even if we come over here and teach somebody how to do it and set up a extension to King's Dream. Like
King's Cream.
King's Cream, Torah, thank you. The King's Cream. If we set up an extension to it, there's so much potential in this space. Our parents did what they could to get us where we are. It is upon us. And it's on us now to come in and take it to the next level. Either we're going to be comfortable in the pile of balagan doo-doo,
Right.
and go act like we don't see what's around us, or we're going to get up, become the purpose of what we were supposed to become, be messianic people, teach and proliferate the doctrine of the kingdom in every aspect of our lives, and we're going to get together and we're going to make sure we compensate them properly. Brother, you come over here, you could take this part and do, because your bakery, I came because I knew I was getting some of your bakery. It's no bakery.
Man.
And I understand what you're going through. I understand you trying to take on this thing, but us as a community, everybody in our community who has some type of understanding of kingdom or some type of understanding of togetherness and the values in which we were raised on, this is our moment now to come through, join hands, and create a better life for us, for our children, and continue the kingdom. And at this point in time, it might not be what was then, but how we see the kingdom and how we can push the same doctrine and understanding, but at a more modern point of view. So that is my take and understanding and what I think.
I'd like to say this. So if you got a lemon seed, right? If you got a lemon seed and somebody told you that if you just take this seed and do the right thing with it, you're going to have a whole forest. But you don't do the right thing with that lemon seed and you don't see that forest, they didn't lie to you. Again, you just got a lemon seed. There's a process. There's a time factor. There's intelligence that goes into that. And, ultimately, you get a forest. I think that we've been given the seeds, or our parents were given the seeds. We're probably the seeds that were planted years ago. And once it take root and you get the harvest, then you see that. I think, with the whole Bitula and Boaz conversation, it's us coming together because they did that. They had the hubs in that day and time. They had the ice cream in Yehud and Tel Aviv, the restaurants, and they did what they could with what they had. So they gave us a blueprint, but that blueprint is outdated now. We need to update the blueprint to today. Those of us who know and can do, because I think that we're the do generation. You know, some people just watching, hey, they can't do no more. They've done all they can. They've watched all they can. But we're the do generation. What can you do? Right. Yes, I could put a bakery at every jurisdiction in the world. That's what I can do. My Abba, my Saba, them taught me how to do that. Right. You know, so I think that's the important thing to do now, and do it. Like, don't let them stop you.
Yeah. And I wanna put whoever watching up to a challenge. You know what I'm saying? But Hebrews, of course, because I feel like we didn't touch basically on everything you can possibly be as a person. And, you know, I just haven't heard nobody say they want to be a homeowner. And I'm not talking about they have a home they own. I'm talking about you own multiple homes and you rent it out, or you sell a home to us. Because I feel like without a home, you ain't get peace. I'm letting you know that right now. I don't care what you want to get at. If you ain't got a home, you don't have peace.
That's why I'm going to say, I'm going to shout out, because it only makes sense that if we're talking about one side, we have to get the other side of that. I'm going to take Mia Yehuda, who's into real estate and own her home and own her property. Property is equity. And I'm not talking about a piece, I'm not talking about I'm talking about she owns her property, and she's teaching, and she's also going into something where she can teach others. And she's selling to us. She's making sure that we get the proper houses that we need. So Mia Yehuda, who's doing in what's name? You got the big manager, Paul TL, who then came out here and then worked. I mean, I am in awe. And I have to say, before I leave, I came to America on a $250 in my pocket. Wow. And I have traveled like about 5 states. Wow. I have been to every party. Wow. I've been picturing and filming and throwing up and everything. You would think I am a millionaire, because rich is not the money, it's who you know. Yeah. And I knew the right people, and I thank everybody who made this journey a success for me. You know what I'm saying? It goes from home, from my wife to the mother of my children in England, to getting over here to Maria, to Paul TL, to T-Frock, and these are all our people. So we're not lost in that capacity. We have to take and understand the richness we are as a community, that we still link up.
Resource that we still have.
Yes.
We still have resources. We have to
and everybody is in their place to make things happen. And I am a testament that when you know the right people, man, y'all say, I've had the best journey. So we go back to that, what you saying. I can answer your call for here, at least from being here, like from me at home. And we own our own business. My wife will own her own business. My sisters and them joined up, and we have a family business.
And if we put our hand together, there's nothing that we can't own. Mm-hmm. This building here, I'm saying this building here was not easy for us to get into this position. We, brothers in the nation, came together and put our hands together and said, we will not let this center fall. Yeah. That's how we got this. Because they were about to sell it to somebody else that was about to erase all of this 45 years of history here. Wow. But brothers and sisters on the team too, but especially brothers, we came together and put our hands together and said, not on our watch, not in our generation.
So we have the tools. We have. I mean, it's a good discussion because it leads you to open up your head and start to to go out and touch on different subjects that can be fixed, but we cannot dismiss the things that we do have. So Mia, Paul TL, Boaz, Boaz and Afshani, Betula. I'm only talking about Sifuna. Tzfona, Yatmin, all these different people, Hanania, all these different people who own buildings, Yosher. And how many of us is actually giving back to our community? When we talking now, we're talking as a whole. All these other great sources and people that you are, we have to trust each other. We have to understand that what our parents did, it was a necessity to get us where we are. We don't have to do the same thing to be great. So if you don't trust them, trust me. Right. Because my job is to make sure that I do right by you.
Trust yourself.
And let's put our hands together and let's create something that we can continue our fathers and mothers' dream and legacy and create something even better, 2.0, so our children can come in and appreciate us and be talking to me alone.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, again, if you can't,
I had to say that.
That's real.
if you can't beat them that way,
Right.
right? We can develop different strategies. I've been to Kenya, Mattel, been to Ghana. Yeah. We can get around this Israel problem for a minute and branch out. Yeah. You can own. I want to own my own house in Kenya. Yeah. It's nothing like here. Mm-hmm. Nothing like Israel. I don't even want to own a house in Israel.
Right.
Me right now, I know, Saba, you might be mad hearing me say this, but in Kenya, whew, that is my home.
Yeah, I was there. Bro, I was looking up on the thing. I have a friend, man. She said, well, you can buy a house for $11,000.
Buy some land for $11,000.
No, I ain't said land. I said a built house that over here you're going to pay over $2 million. In Israel, it's just you can't even come across of it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we can always go back, but you know what I'm saying? We got to lead a land.
And all that stuff is temporary. This is not their land.
Right. Know what I'm saying?
They're in charge of the rules today. That can change tomorrow.
And my whole point is why we gotta be always located in the land. Like you got the whole world. Like so because I'm from Israel and I gotta stay there my whole life. Like what are you talking about?
Father always said, you'll be a Messianic people who do what? Go to the what? The four corners of the earth. Meaning we weren't intended to stay in Israel right there in that little small spot because you can't when too many people sitting in the same spot and ain't nothing happening, it starts to
like it's doing now.
Yeah, and then everybody fighting over nothing. So your job is very important. Your job is very important. My job, I feel like this was a must for me to come here because I had a reason to be out here. I needed to see this. I needed to experience this. I need to make some decisions for me and my family. Something that can keep building what I've already built. And I have dancers that are in great companies. I have dancers that's not from the community. They out here in America. And they doing great. I got the ones in Israel that's in the top companies in Israel, and they over in Europe. These are my success. These are our success as a kingdom, but it came from what I learned from the kingdom. So now all of us put our heads together from wherever we are. We can spread this love and spread the kingdom understanding. I don't like the word doctrine because doctrine can get funny. But the kingdom understanding, the kingdom way of life, it's a lifestyle.
And you know what? Speaking of putting our hands together, I want to thank you for coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? You found time on your vacation to come through and sit with us. We appreciate it, man. He's mean a lot to us.
Thank you as well. Thank you all.
All right, you all. It's been a great day. Day for the righteous and a terrible day for the wicked.
Right.
And we'll catch y'all on another episode. We out. Shalom, shalom.